Today we will have a lecture on construction management and law. So again, unit number 3, construction management and law. So today we will start some more concepts related with construction management and law. So already in last lectures we have seen the various regarding the responsibilities of the personal manager. We have seen the various while purchasing a material, what are the different steps involved in purchasing a material we have seen. And now in today's lectures we will see the waste generation and management. Again, it is related with unit number 3, that is the construction management and law. So waste generation and management, again waste management also plays an important role in related with the construction management and law. Okay, so we will have waste management. First we have to have concept related what are the different types of waste which we have to dispose, and what are the different management techniques involved in order to have the proper dumping of the waste which has been generated through the various modes of waste management. So waste generation and management today we will see. So unit number 1 is nothing but the collection, transport, treatment and disposal of waste. First we have to collect from the various units. We have to collect the from household units, for industries, for various types of waste. We have to collect the various types of from the various units. We have to collect the waste. Then it has been transported from the individual units to the where we are dumping the waste. We are transporting that waste. Next, if it has been recycled, some treatment process it has been done. It has been done in the for the waste management. So some treatment to be done, and next if there is if after treatment, then it has been disposed to the in a proper place. Okay, so treatment and disposal of waste. Next, number 2 point is nothing but the control, monitoring and regulations. First we have to control the various waste which has been produced. There should be a control regarding the various waste which has been generated, and monitoring, proper monitoring techniques it is to be involved in the proper monitoring techniques to be involved in the waste management, and regulation of the productions. There should be some regulations of the productions, collection, transportations. Collection, there should be a collection unit should be there. Transportation, various through the vehicles transportation will be done, and it has been treated and disposal of the waste. Some treatment is to be done, and after treatment it has been disposed. The waste it has been disposed. The disposal of the waste. Again, what is next? Point number 3 is nothing but the prevention of waste productions through in-process modifications. By making some modifications, we can prevent the waste productions. Okay? In order to reduce the waste generations, in order to reduce the waste productions, we are having some in-process modifications. Some modification it is to be done in order to reduce the waste. Okay? And also we can reuse and recycle. We can reuse the waste and we can recycle the waste. We can utilize the waste in order to have some we can generate gas from it. We can generate various pesticides or various agricultural units we can use in various agricultural processes. Okay, so reuse and recycle of the waste. The terms usually relates to all kinds of waste, whether generated during the extraction of raw materials, the processing of raw materials into intermediate and final products. So various stages are there. Okay? The terms usually relates to all kinds of waste, whether generated during the extraction of raw materials, the processing of the raw materials into intermediate and final products, the consumption of final products or other human activities including municipal, residential, institutional, commercials. These are the various kinds of the waste which it has been generated from the residential, from the institutional building, from the commercial buildings. So starting from the first stage up to the last stage, at the various stages the waste can be generated. It can be from the residential or from the institutional or from the commercial. Again, there may be agricultural waste also, agricultural and special, that is in agricultural waste may also be there, and special waste will have a healthcare, household hazardous waste and sewage sludge. So in special case we will have the healthcare, such as hospitals are the healthcare units. So there may be plastics waste, or there may be various hospital waste, various medical waste will be there. So healthcare and household hazardous waste and sewage sludge. So these are the again waste which has been produced. The waste management is intended to reduce the effect of waste on health. So what is the main purpose behind waste management? In order to reduce its effect on the health, so we have to reduce its direct impact on the environment, and we have to reduce the effect of waste on the health. Okay? So waste management is intended to reduce the effect of waste on health as well as the environment or aesthetics. Okay? So we have to avoid, or we have to reduce its effect on the health, we have to reduce its effect on the environment, and we have to reduce its effect on the aesthetic waste. Okay? So in this way we can have a proper management of the waste. Proper waste management it is to be done in order to have a less effect on the health, in order to avoid its effect on the health or environment, or in the various constructions. Okay? What are the different issues related to the waste management includes? What are the different issues related with waste management? The generation of waste is one of the issue of the waste management. That is generation of waste. Waste minimizations. What are the different techniques we can use, or we can have different methods in order to reduce the waste. The waste minimization it is also very important. Waste minimization, we can how we can reduce the waste. Okay? So waste removal, again what are the different techniques in order to remove the waste from where we are from the residential units or from the residential areas. We have to remove the waste. So what are the different techniques, or what are the different ways in which we can remove the waste. Okay? So waste removal is also very important. Point number 3. What is point number 4? After removal of the waste, we have to transport, because after we are collecting the waste from the household units, we are collecting the waste from the residential or industrial or commercial buildings. We have to transport and dump into the area where it is less harmful to the environment, or where it is less harmful to the human beings or health. Okay? So waste transportation is also very important. Again, after transportation, what is next? Next is nothing but the waste treatment. There may be some preventive measures can be done, some treatments to be done in order to reduce its effect on the environment. Okay? The waste treatments are to be done. And recycle and reuse, we can recycle and reuse the waste. Again, storage, collection, transport and transfer. Again, we can collect, or we can transport and transfer the waste from one place to the another place. Okay? Again, treatments, again same way waste treatment is there. So there is separate point here. The waste treatment, again some special treatments or advanced treatments they are to be done on the waste. Okay? So waste treatment is again very important. Nowadays many research work it has been carried out in the treatment of the waste in order to reduce the waste, or in order to utilize the waste in generation of various gases, or in generation of various we can use the waste. Okay? By treating the waste, or by having a proper process. Okay? So treatment is again a very vast field related with the waste. Landfill disposal, there may be a disposal of waste in the open lands. So landfill disposal, land it has been filled with the waste materials which has been generated by the various units. The landfill disposal. Environmental consideration is also very important. Again, we have to keep in mind we should have a less effect on the environment. So we have to avoid its effect on the directly on an environment. So environmental consideration is also very important. Financial and marketing aspects. Financial aspects is again very important, because in order to have a treatment process, in order to have a reuse or recycle or any process, financial plays an important role. Without money or without finance, we cannot have any treatment process or any disposal or transportation or collections. So in every respect, financial plays an important role. So financial and marketing aspects, policy and regulations, there may be some norms and regulations, rules and regulations is to be policies and regulations. It is to be applied on the various industrial productions. Also, we can apply various rules and regulations to the production industries regarding the waste. Also, we can have rules and regulations to the construction industries also regarding the waste. The various policies and regulations it is to be carried out related with the waste. Okay? So policy and regulations is also very we have to follow the norms. We have to follow the rules and regulations related with the local bodies related with the waste. Okay? So policy and regulation plays an important role. Again, education and training. So we have to educate regarding what are the drawbacks of waste, what are the drawbacks of the various if we are dumping a waste or nearby open land. So what are the disadvantages? Okay, so we have to educate the people's education and training. It also plays an important role in order to reduce the waste. Okay, the education and training, planning and implementations. Again, some planning work it is to be, and proper planning it is to be done, and it is to be implemented. Okay. So these are the most important issues related with the waste management. These are the issues. These all the points are included in the issues of the waste management. Okay. What is the solution for this? Again, the solution for this is landfill. Again, I have said that landfill. In olden days it has been used. It is a way in which nowadays also this landfill it is also used. The disposal of waste in a landfill involves burying the waste, and this remains a common practice in the most countries. Nowadays, most of the countries they are using this type of technique, landfill, in which the waste it has been buried into the soil. Okay? So disposal of waste in a landfill involves burying the waste, and this remains a common practice in most countries. Landfills were often established in abandoned or unused quarries, mining voids, or borrow pits. When the land it has been unused land are there, or it has been a large number of land is available outside the city, then that land can be used for the landfills. Okay? So that quarries or mining voids, there may be empty space left while we are having a quarries, we are extracting various materials from the quarries, or we are extracting coal from the mines. So there may be empty space left. That empty space can be used for burying the disposal, for burying the waste. Okay? So we can use the quarries, we can use the mining voids, or we can use the borrow pits for the waste in order to dump the waste. Okay? So these are the various we can use the quarries or minings or borrow pits in order to have a waste, in order to dump the waste. Okay? What is point number 2? A properly designed and well managed landfill can be a hygienic and relatively inexpensive method of disposal of waste materials. Though there should be a properly designed landfill. Okay? If there is landfill it has not been designed properly, that it may be harmful to the human beings, it may be harmful to the environment. So therefore, in order to have a hygienic conditions, we have to properly design and plan the landfill area where we are dumping or we are burrowing the waste. Okay? What is point number 3? Another common product of landfills is gas, mostly composed of methane and carbon dioxide, which is produced from anaerobic breakdown of organic waste. So there is a process in which anaerobic breakdown of organic waste, there may be organic waste is also there. So from the organic waste, by the anaerobic process, we can generate methane and carbon dioxide. So simple way in this point number 3 is with the help of the organic waste, by the anaerobic treatment, we can produce methane and carbon dioxide, in simple words. Okay. What is point number 4? This gas can create odor problems, kill surface vegetations, and in greenhouse effect. So this will affect the greenhouse effect. The greenhouse gas, the gas which has been produced by this process, that is the organic or anaerobic process. So this will harm the vegetation. This will harm the plants. This will harm the animals, or this will harm the human beings which are occupied or which are available nearby. So this will harm the vegetables. Okay? So we should keep in mind before dumping or before borrowing the waste, or before having an anaerobic process for the generation of methane and carbon dioxide. Okay? What is next? Incinerations is a disposal method in which solid organic waste are subjected to combustion so as to convert them into residue and gaseous products. So we are burning the solid organic waste in order to generate the gases. Okay? So solid organic waste, we are burning this solid organic waste. Okay? So this solid organic waste can be converted after burning, can be converted into a gaseous product. Okay? So we are converting this, and we are converting into a gaseous product. Okay? So this process is nothing but the incinerations. Okay? This method is useful for disposal of residue of both solid waste management and solid residue from the waste water management. So we can use water management also, or solid waste management also. We can have for both techniques we can have this incinerations. Okay? This process reduces the volume of solid waste to 20 to 30% of the organic original volume. If the we can reduce by this process, we can reduce the total volume of the waste. So how much volume it has been reduced by this technique? So 20 to 30% of this total volume it has been reduced by this technique. Okay? So this process reduces the volume of the solid waste to 20 to 30% of the original volume. Okay? So by this process we can reduce the total volume to 20 to we can reduce from the total volume as 20 to 30%. Okay? Again, point number 4 is incinerations and other high temperature waste treatment systems are sometimes disguised as thermal treatment. This may be also described, or this may be also called as the thermal treatment. What is point number 5? Incinerators convert waste material into heat, gas, steam and ash. Okay? By this process we can convert solid waste into a heat, we can convert it into a gas or steam and ash. So we can utilize this heat for some other process, or gas or steam and ash for some other process. So we can have this waste, we can utilize this waste for generation of power plants also, or for the generation of steam or gas or heat, we can utilize this. Again, recycling process is the most common process of the waste management. Recycle is a resource recovery practice that refers to the collection and reuse of the waste materials such as empty beverage containers. There may be empty containers we can recycle, because plastic it is we can recycle it and we can utilize it for productions of some other gas. So we can reuse the waste. Such process is nothing but the recycling. So we have to we can use the containers. Okay? So in this case we can use the containers. In last case we have seen the solid waste. Here we are using the containers for recycling material. Okay? What is point number 2? The materials from which the items are made can be reprocessed into a new product. So by recycling process we can have, or we can mold, or we can have some we can use in some other way. Okay? So reprocess into a new products. What is point number 3? Materials for recycling may be collected separately from general waste using dedicated bins and collection vehicles, a procedure called as the curbside collections. So roadside collections. So by roadside collections we can collect the in the various containers or various dedicated bins, and that can be recycled. Recycled. So by various curbside collections we can collect the waste from the various dedicated bins. Again, what is point number 4? In some communities, the owners of the waste is required to separate the materials into various different bins. Again, after collecting, we can separate the plastic, we can separate the metals, we can separate the papers, and depending upon its recycling, we can utilize this. Okay? There is again a separation unit is there, in some communities, the owners of the waste is required to separate the materials into various different bins. Okay? For paper, there is some separate bin. Plastic and materials, again there may be a separate bin. Prior to collections we can have separation for this. In other communities, all recycled materials are placed into single bin for collections, and the sorting is handled later at a central levels. So there are these two methods are there at the main level, also at the unit level also we can separate the plastic, paper or materials. Or second stage is nothing but after collecting the total materials, we can segregate in the central facility is there. After collecting, it can be sorted at the central level. Okay? The later method is known as a single stream recycle. So this later method, in which after collecting we can separate or we can sort the waste depending upon paper, whether it is paper waste or plastic or metal. This method is nothing but the single stream recycle. Sustainability is again important. Waste management is there. The management of waste is a key component in a business ability to maintain. According to ISO, that is 14001 accreditation, sustainability plays an important role, management plays an important role. So waste management, according to ISO 14001, there is a separate clause related with the waste management. So waste management plays an important role according to the Indian Standard Organization, that is 14001. Companies are encouraged to improve their environmental efficiencies each year by eliminating waste through resource recovery practices which are sustainably related activities. So every companies, they are motivated in order to reduce the waste which has been generated or which has been carried from the various industries or factories. So there are various companies are encouraged in order to reduce the total amount of waste which has been from the various industries. Okay? So again, point number 3 is nothing but one way to do this is by shifting away from the waste management to resource recovery practices like recycling materials such as glass, wood. Again, the same process, recycling process, it has been done. So after collections, we can shift that waste from the collection unit to the central unit where we can have the recycling process is done, and it has been sorting of that various waste. It has been done, and depending upon the its various whether it is metallic waste or paper waste or different types of waste, we can recycle. Okay? So glass, food scraps, papers and cardboards, plastic bottles and materials, it has been segregated, and depending upon its we can utilize for its recycling process. Okay? So in this way we can have the various management techniques. So in various management techniques, so in today's lectures we have seen the management techniques, the most important various types of management techniques, waste management and its various techniques and its issues related with this. So this is again waste management related part. So today we will end this lectures, and again in next lectures we will have some more concept regarding the various equipments, construction equipments. Okay? So again we will have the various advanced equipments used in the construction industries in order to reduce the overall construction costs, in order to reduce the time limit for the constructions. So in next lecture we will have the various equipments and its advantages. Okay? So today we will end this lectures. So in today's lectures we have seen the waste management related part. Okay? So thank you.